I reckon we'll blend all our food.
Oh God!
No, 'cause it'd be-
You're making a point about race! I never thought we'll blend all our food!
like they do for babies, you mean?
I just think when you think about all the stuff we eat now, cavemen chewing on big lumps of meat.
Yeah.
We had wisdom teeth.
Yep.
Now they sort of take them out. You're not using them.
Yep.
Why not using them? Because your food's soft.
Yep.
Sorbet.
Yep.
Soups.
Yeah.
Everything's softer,
Just
isn't it? When you
those
get an
two, yeah.
avocado, they say, is it soft? Everyone's squeezing the food before they buy it.
Yeah.
No one wants anything tough.
Yeah.
So I think chewing is a sort of
It's a thing of the
thing of the past. We haven't got the time to chew. Everyone's like, hurry up, eat that. You don't have to go out for dinner with Ricky. He's like, hurry up. Right, I'm still eating
But he
it.
does blend his food, I think. Okay, so blending food.
Great.
I reckon. What else do we do now? So I've done teeth. Done trousers. I've come up with this idea. It's sort of like glasses, but you can live wherever you want to live.
What do you mean?
Everything that's real, you're not looking at that anymore. This is really the future. I'd put this at number 10. This is like...
We're only doing 5. Fuck me.
So what you mean is that you look through the glasses and instead of seeing the real world, you see a tropical
what you want to
paradise.
see. So if you're a young kid and you like the idea of living in the urban ghetto with all graffiti on the walls and that, you can see that.
Yeah, but hold on. Are you walking around? Because you'll be bumping into stuff, won't you?
No.
Why not?
No, what you mean is that the stuff that's there in the real world is being digitally reimagined in your glasses. So what was a nice country lane is suddenly now an
It's
urban
got loads of
ghetto.
graffiti on it.
Sure.
Absolutely mental point. This will never work. Absolutely
But
one of the maddest things you've ever said.
Really weird, that one.
Yeah,
It could be done. I reckon it could be easily
Why
done.
would it be? Okay.
Because-
Last one. That's number 4. That's a load of bollocks. So what's number 5?
There'll be more letters in the alphabet.
Why?
Because we're running out of words now, aren't we?
No, we're not running out of
No, we
words.
are. We are definitely running out of
Just
words.
using the letters we've already got and
Yeah.
making new words.
Yeah, we're making. Yeah.
No, but we haven't got enough now.
Of course we have. Have you any idea? You could have a word with 9 L's
Yes.
before you run out.
Yeah, and they do in Wales and what have you. That's because their alphabet is shorter than ours. They've only got something like 24 letters over there.
Right.
But they go mental with the L. now what we do is we've got 26 letters, but we are now struggling.
We're not struggling at all.
We are.
We're not. No, it's a stupid.
Boswallocks in shampoo. Now there's a word where they've gone, well, we've invented something here. We've got something we're putting in shampoo.
Boswallocks?
Boswallocks.
You just made that up?
No, it's never they go. New with Boswallots and ceramide R. Yeah, but that's a new word because they have to. They come up with a new word.
But it's a terrible word.
Why?
Boswallocks.
Isn't that the word? Is that real? You've made that up.
I am not. It's a real word.
Boswallocks, yeah.
Now this is what I'm saying. So years ago when they came up with all the sensible, that sounds all right.
He likes sodium. He doesn't like
That
Boswallocs.
sounds like something in it, like an ingredient.
Well, yeah, but that's because you're used to it.
Is this a load of Boswallocks? Are you winding me up?
No,
the two of
it's
you?
real.
It's real, and that's because 26 letters. We've wasted them. Years ago we went mental with the, pneumonia, sticking a P on it, and there's loads of words where you go, what's that letter doing in there? Whereas now they can't do that. They've gone, whoa, pull that back. Why is that letter there? And now you've got stuff like abbreviations and stuff.
Yeah.
Let's not waste letters. Let's just control it a little bit. Cars are called things like, GTI or something, because they're going, well, I can't think of a word to call this. So they're giving them letters. Think of a word now. Think of a word that hasn't been made up.
What do you mean?
I'll tell you a word that hasn't been made up.
All words have been made up.
No, one that hasn't. That could be used. Say if I invent something now to put in shampoo, what can I call it? Quick.
Cranberry.
No, it's too close to that. No, we can't get that past the advertising person.
Scrimpton.
Scrimpton.
Yeah.
So it took Ricky 2 goes and you accepted his second one.
Well, I think we've sorted out the future.
Wow. Since obviously the days of Nostradamus, there's been many people who've tried to foresee the future. Carl, I'm not sure if you're familiar, but there's endless, predictions. Apparently, there are other planets that may collide with ours. There's some scientific basis on this. And obviously, I don't know if you've seen the posters for that recent film 2012. Well, that's based on this notion of some kind of Mayan calendar, which supposedly predicts the end of the world as being 2012. But if you knew with certainty that today was the end of the world, how do you spend that final day? I mean, this seems weird to me, but I think I'd like to experience a lot of the extremes of existence. So, for instance, I've always wanted to smash up a bar. Do you know what I mean? It's strange, but I've always wanted the exhilaration of just smashing all those bottles, like you see in a film.
But would you enjoy it as much, knowing that you're going to die in 8 hours?
I don't know, I suppose it's the sense of abandon, I mean, maybe I'd murder a person.
Wow.
Just see, I don't know, but I think I'd probably go mental.
Because
I've always been a very reserved person, I've never got into a fight, I've never caused a rumpus.
Yeah, but that's a worrying thought, because we don't have to have the end of the world for it to be the end of your world, because a lot of people know that they're terminally ill, so they don't go around smashing up bars and killing people.
But I suppose I know there'll be no repercussions ultimately, because
they're going to
the next
die anyway.
day everyone's gone, so there's not going to be mourning families.
But then how dare you deprive that person of his last 8 hours or 10 hours of life?
I don't care, because it's the last day on Earth.
Well,
so
that's true.
I know the moral guilt that I'll feel is over in a few hours.
Morality isn't relative just to repercussion, is it? Because
no, but the point is
you do things without repercussion. But often people say, what would you do if you never got caught, or would you do it if there is repercussions for that person, as grave as they might be, just because you feel that it's no big deal either way, that they're only going to live another 8 hours, they might feel differently. And you're saying, well, you won't care because you won't be around. But then, why do people care about their loved ones when they won't be around? Why do people get a will ready?
Because my point is that they know that those people will continue to live for an indeterminate amount of time.
So you do care about the other person's
feelings? Of course I do. Oh, no, of course I do. But my point is, knowing that everyone is going to be wiped off the face of the earth the following day, all those repercussions are no longer quite the same.
I'd find it hard to divorce myself from my morality that's ingrained just because it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, but I mean, I honestly, to me, it seems that we're approaching just the end of all things, and so I'm saying that there's something about the fact that we're all going to end that somehow seems very liberating.
What would you do?
I've always wanted to kick a duck up the arse.
Now, obviously the future is relative. Us talking now, the future is one thing, the past is another. But to someone in the past, we are in the future. So, Carl, if you could go back into any era, okay, you are what you are now, you are you as you sit there now, your age, with all your memories and all your input and all your advantages on ages gone by and all your advantages over people gone by, where would you go, what would you do? Don't worry about ramifications, like if you squash a butterfly you come back here and we're all speaking a different language and...
Yeah, but I don't believe all that.
Of course you should.
They should have picked something better than a butterfly. The thing about if you kill a butterfly, there's a volcano somewhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, what did that noise mean?
It's just passing the buck, isn't it? It's kind of like blaming a butterfly. Like they only live about a day, so you blame it and it's dead anyway, and there's no evidence left. It's a stupid argument.
Is that the theory? Is that you're blaming a butterfly for a volcano? I'm not sure that's it, is it?
Yeah, it wafts its wings.
When it wafts, right, when a butterfly wafts, if you stop the waffery, then the whole world has changed, because there was no waft on a certain day. Okay? But that means that everything's part of the causal web. It's a model for determinism. So things do, yeah, of course things have an effect on everything else.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's a bad example, the butterfly doing its wings.
Well, no.
Something
that butterfly might have flown in through a car window and frightened someone, and they crashed.
He was a wasp.
Why is that preferable?
Because you do panic. I've been in a car when there's a wasp knocking about. It's terrifying. I can see how that could cause a disaster. But a butterfly, you just go open the other window.
I look like you've won him over to that theory now, just by substituting a butterfly and a wasp. You think back to perhaps when you were a teenager, or even before when you were growing up. You had visions, I suppose, of your own personal future and how that would play out, how you could change the way you lived your life in order to affect the future. And I'm very lucky in some regards, in that one of my ambitions was always, I was always particularly excited about that, and I was lucky that I've managed to achieve that. A lot of people don't even know what they want from their future.
Well, the other thing is that when you dream of where you'll be in 20 years' time, you don't change the future. You don't change the buildings, and you just think of yourself sort of richer, having a happier life.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So,
and also, I was always slightly more handsome in the future. Whereas I kept imagining I would grow a little more handsome. People kept saying, my grandmother would keep telling me, you'll fill out. When you fill out a bit. She was obsessed with me filling out. This is why she would feed me endlessly. The idea that somehow if I was less gangly.
Yeah, it worked with me though.
Yeah,
right.
you really filled out.
I filled out, yeah. It's funny because I still forget what I look like now in the present.
Yeah.
In my head, I still look like I used to look. Then I catch a little glimpse of myself in the shop window and go, "Who's that fat old?" Oh. No. You know what I mean? I'm so much better.
But you did have a lot. You've journeyed a long way. I mean, you good-looking lad, and you are. I mean, it's preposterous. I mean, everyone I work with or meet who's seen a picture of you as a teenager doesn't understand it. I mean, I pretty much look the same. You know what I mean? I haven't changed much. I'm still a constant disappointment to myself in a way. You know, when I put on a tuxedo, that's the best I'm ever going to look, and I don't look like James Bond. Yeah. Whereas you at least had a moment where you looked around. I mean, honestly, it's Jane I feel sorry for. Because I mean, she did not sign up for this.
Well, we've all
no,
changed.
I've seen pictures of her in the past. She ain't changed much.
No, I don't mean that. I mean, we've all changed. We all changed. Carl used to have hair.
Yeah, but he had, by your own admission, that I had it for long. You didn't have hair for long, did you? You
no, it wasn't. Didn't want to hang around my hair. It was never. I've told you, it didn't feel needed, so it went. I never did anything with it. It was hair of a Chinaman, wasn't it? Even the hairdresser said. He said, you can do nothing with this. So what do you mean? He said, it's just he's sort of Lindsay.
Limsy! Sorry, was that's a
limp or flimsy, I reckon.
Well, no, Limsy is a Chinaman that gave his name to the limp hair of the Chinese.
So you think your hair bailed on you because it was not getting treated well enough?
I think that's true. I think that's how it works. But yeah, I know what you mean. I sort of think about if I've changed and that, but I don't think I have that much. I still have the same sort of thoughts. I like olives now, which I didn't like probably 3 years ago.
Right. Wow.
But you can, if you eat 4 in a row, you get a taste for them. And I thought, go on, then I'll have 5. And I thought, yeah, they're alright these. So that's different. But other than that, I mean,
so what were your dreams and ambitions when you were young?
Didn't have any.
Right.
It was kind of
5 years old. What do you want to be? What were your thoughts for the future?
I didn't worry. At 5 years old, you're not worrying about work and that.
10. What's your hopes and fears all these years? I met in thee tonight.
I wasn't worrying about work till about 13, 14. I was thinking, right, people who are new had left school, they weren't getting work. I was thinking, I don't want to be like that. That's when I did boxing. I could have gone down that route. Got into boxing, didn't I?
How many fights do you have?
Don't know, about 3 or 4.
How long is it? When does brain damage kick in?
I guess it can. I guess it can happen almost instantly. That must be part of it.
Did you really get a bad beating on one of those fights?
Yeah, Leroy gave us a right good clackering.
Clackering. Yeah, the thing is, your jab was a bit limsy, but Leroy's was clackering.
Then there was the dancing.
I don't remember this. What breakdancing?
Well, I did that. I did a bit of body popping.
Yeah. Did you ever really think that you might do this in the future?
You never know, do you?
But did you, at the time, do you remember thinking, I wouldn't mind doing this?
I must have thought that for me to go. Well, let's try and join, Twiggy's dance club and all that. And my mum and dad always sort of, if you want to give it a go, give it a go. With the boxing, my dad was saying, right, I'll get you the proper shoes and that. And my mum's like, don't bother getting him then yet. let's see if he sticks at it for like 4 months, because they were about 30 quid for
Let
the
him
shoes.
carry on in my furry slippers.
Then with the dancing, it was the same thing. I said, I need some leg warmers and that. And
These tights are just as good. Come on.
No, look,
pop
Dad-
on your nan's tights.
my dad gave me like his he cut like the sleeves off a shirt.
Amazing.
And they were your leg warmers.
Yeah,
Amazing.
but it's funny when you're a kid, it doesn't bother you.
But surely cut them off a jumper.
No, I don't know why. I know it looked daft. They had cuffs on leg warmers.
That's amazing!
But when you're a
That's
kid,
amazing!
you roll them up.
Triggers.
It must have looked like Lancel and Bowen doing a handstand.
But then, you know, that didn't last long, and then my dad, you know, I was getting older now, and he's like,
Dad needed his shirt back for a wedding.
Yeah, as long as he didn't take his jacket off, it was fine.
Dad, I'm losing my hat, I need a hat. Dad, I don't need a bloody hat. Pop my pants on, Fred.
but then you've got to make sure you try and get a job, and school was sort of
So
saying,
15 now.
Hang on,
everybody.
why did Twiggies? Why did you stop going in Twiggies?
well, it was shut, wasn't it?
Amazing.
Oh, it closed down.
Closed down, it had a load of toilet rolls in there, it'd been turned into like a storage unit. I've never really had like a dream, I've just bumbled along. Because like I've said, it's
Bumbled.
that thing of
Clackered,
sort of
bumbled, limsy. It's like, call my fucking bluff.
there's no point sort of wishing for too much, because if you don't get it, you'll be fed up. So it's better just to sort of go, well, let's see what's around the corner. This is what I've said to you about a sat-nav system.
Right.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah, sure, I have the sat-nav. Type in where you want to go, and it'll take you straight there. But what I say is, use the back streets. Have a look around, turn off, don't go straight ahead, turn right. The little dead ends.
Yeah.
Have a
Well, you
look.
might get mugged.
Have a look.
Don't go down the dead ends.
Why not?
You got a reverse back
There's nothing
end.
there. Dead end.
No, but have a look.
Well, there's nothing there. It's dead end.
What's the road doing there then?
Well, it's a dead end. There's
Yeah, but
dead
there must be
ends.
something down there.
There's nothing. It's just ends.
Just a wall.
Right, so it's not a problem. Reverse.
Well, don't go down in the first place if you know it's a dead end. Don't tell people to go down a dead end. They've got to reverse out. Difficult.
Well, I'd say just have a look. You see, that's the difference between me and you. I'd have a look down the dead
It's
end.
dead end. No, don't worry. It's
What's
dead
down
end.
there?
There's nothing, mate. Dead end.
Rubbish? Just
Yeah, no,
rubbish?
nothing. Dead
Nothing
end.
at all?
Yeah, no, put go there. Dead end.
Right, so I'll go, well, I'll just have a look for myself, because I don't believe you.
Okay. Well, go on then.
Right, I'll have a look.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this I found.
What have you found?
Box of money that you didn't know about.
Hasn't he?
money.
He's still got the brain of a 10-year-old.
I'm just, set your stall out.
Right. So where's the store? Where are you setting the store? Not in the dead end.
Dead end, 'cause there's no free traffic.
thoroughfare. Yeah, you want to be on
This
a
is
sort of
crazy.
public highway. Where are you setting the stall out? What are you selling? What are you selling?
Well, this is what I'm saying to you.
What are you selling
I'm
first?
selling a mixture of stuff.
What? Like what?
All sorts.
What have you bought it with? A bag of money you found in the dead end?
Leg warmers.
So you got new leg warmers with do you want cufflinks with them? What? Do you want cufflinks with them leg warmers? Well, no. Why would you do that? Well, you got to fucking look smart, ain't you? You cunt.
So you're selling, what are you selling?
So, you set your stall out.
Yeah.
Right.
Now,
Yes.
isn't it dangerous to sell all the same product in that shop?
Right.
Okay,
I don't know what you're talking
where's the
about.
analogy going? This is
Yeah.
a metaphor. It's a metaphor.
Yeah.
Of simile. It's a
What are you selling? What are you selling first? Bang. 2, 3, 4.
No, but
Quick,
this is
it's
what
the
I'm saying
apprentice.
to you. This is what I'm saying
Go
to you,
on.
though. I
Right.
just said to you,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
I don't know what you wanted to do. You haven't told me.
Right.
I'm
Do you want me
saying,
to tell you what I wanted to do when I wanted to be... Well, at 5 years old, I wanted to own a sweet shop until my mum said, you know, you got to buy the sweets first. Right. From 10, I wanted to be like a scientist. 15, a vet kicked in.
But at
Carry
some
on.
point you jettison all of that to try and pursue a pop career.
20, I wanted to be a pop star. 25, I thought I'd better get a job.
well,
At 30, I did.
me saying turn off the main road and do a right
Yes.
is saying just have a look around in the same way that if you go into a
A
shop,
metaphor, wasn't it?
yeah,
Right.
it was, yeah.
Yeah.
In the same way that if you go into a shop, you're thinking I'm getting a quarter of bonbons.
Right, a bombs. Bombs.
But by the time you get to the counter,
You're clackered.
and you get some licorice all sorts instead because you thought, actually, I forgot about them.
Sorry, now this isn't a metaphor, is it? This is a real shop now, isn't it?
I just mean you're gonna be let down. You're gonna be very, very disappointed with life if you know
What? If what?
if
If what?
the thing you're aiming for
Yeah.
doesn't happen.
But what if it does happen? I'd like to take issue with this, because there's a lot of young people who listen to our podcasts, and if they listen to this tripe, that if you try for something in life, it won't happen, so don't bother, I think it's a bloody disgrace.
No.
Imagine if Leona Lewis had thought that when she went on the bloody X Factor. She wouldn't have got punched by that bloke in that... Well, that doesn't make sense. But you know what I mean? She would not be living her dreams.
Yeah, but we don't know what Leona wanted to do. She might have had a backup plan.
That's why she's done it.
She might have had a backup plan.
Yeah, but she fulfilled the main ambition, which was to sing. That's why she went on the show. She didn't go there because she thought I might want to work down a branch of Waterstones.
You think she went in there and said,